We welcome you all to the Hajj seminar in the Swani Masjid in Swani, Atlanta. Inshallah ta'ala, we are going to help you, guide you, walk through the process, and inshallah at the end we'll also take some Q&A, inshallah ta'ala. The first thing that we all have to understand and recognize, the first step in the Hajj is actually making the intention. The intention is most important. There is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that each one will be rewarded based on the intention. So anybody and everybody that is interested in performing the Hajj, start reciting this talbiyah. Labbaik, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk. This is the first step. Once you make your intention known, at that point in time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make your intentions come true, your desires to come true. And in our experience, inshallah, if not this year, in the next few years, Allah will reward with a Hajj Baitullah. It is also said that some of the scholars have said that by making that intention, that firm intention, Allah has already rewarded you bountiful from the Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. So make sure this is the first step. So in the process of the Hajj, Nusuk and process basically, the first step that you have is really getting the documents together, documents and registration. We have discussed this extensively in our previous webinars, and today we'll go through a little bit high level at what are the different aspects of the registration and document uploading. The next one is really to start thinking about the funds and vacation planning. It's important. Of course, it's important because you need the funds to pay for the Hajj package. So you need to start planning for the funds and the vacation planning. And then immediately after that, the packages are going to be released, inshallah ta'ala, in the next week. Within the next week, in batches, it's going to get released. We'll cover that later, inshallah, in a few minutes. So the package selection and the payment. We'll kind of review this a little bit, inshallah. The spiritual and the physical prep is something that you will continuously keep doing. This is something that you start now until you're ready to go for Hajj. The spiritual planning and the physical preparation has to go on. Spiritual planning, of course, the intention, learning about the fiqh part of it, learning the rituals, how do you perform, what are the du'as to make, etc. The physical prep is basically the Hajj rituals are pretty strenuous. There are different steps in there that require some physical level of endurance. So you need to start preparing for it. How do you start preparing? Start walking, start watching your diet, start looking at different things, what that will make you stay healthy during the Hajj rituals itself. So that is the physical preparation part of it. Inshallah, as we go on in our next webinars, we are going to cover this a lot more in detail, inshallah. The spiritual part, we have several webinars going to be set up going forward, inshallah, where the muftis, the two muftis who are going to follow us, Mufti Muhammad Jafri and Ahmed Jafri, they will be giving a lot more discourses on the physical aspect of it. So we are covered. Don't worry, you're covered, inshallah. We are going to cover this part. So now I want to quickly go through. This is the high level process that Nusuk has. The first thing that you have to do is you have to create an account on the Nusuk, and then you upload the documents. You need to upload the documents and update the profile. Once that is completed, the Nusuk team will do the verification. If there are any issues, they'll come back to you with information as to what needs to be corrected. And people who have gone through this understand that, mashallah, this year, at least this year, they are giving a lot more clarification on what are the issues with your document. Generally, document upload is the issue, and I'll cover that in just a few minutes, inshallah. So once the application is verified, then once the packages are released, inshallah, like next week, in the next week to 10 days, it's going to get released. You're going to review the packages, and you have about 20 days of time, 15 to 20 days of time to decide on what package to go with, and we will provide you the links and the information on the packages that we are going to support so that you can go directly to them and review it, inshallah. But otherwise, you basically review the packages, different packages are loaded, and then you start assessing how much funds you need to add into the e-wallet. All the payments to the package, to the flight, only has to be made through Nusuk. You do not deal financially with any individual. Please bear this in mind. Anybody comes to you and says, give me $10,000, I'll take you to the Hajj. That's not happening not from North America, Europe, and Australia. It has to be only through Nusuk. And you pay the Nusuk through the e-wallet. It's only through the e-wallet that you pay. E-wallet, I'll cover that inshallah in just a few more minutes. So once this is done, you do the package selection and you make the payment. And once you're done with the package payment, inshallah, by in the month of April or so, April, May time frame, you will start receiving the e-visa. Everything is online, mashallah. You don't need to go to any embassy. You don't need to go and seek help from anyone else. Everything is online. You're going to receive e-visa through the Nusuk. You will get your flight information through the Nusuk. And then after that, inshallah, you're on the way to Hajj Baitullah, inshallah. Can you hold the question until later? I'll cover everything. I'll give the full opportunity for all the questions, inshallah. So this is how it is. So we have the information covered there is a video excerpt that we have released, as well as there is a document that we have which very in detail goes through the registration process, step by step. Please follow this. If you have not started, please follow these documents. Please follow this video. Watch the video. It's about 15-20 minutes of video. Follow it, review it, and upload and do the documents correctly the first time, so that you're ready for the packages. Packages are coming next week. If anybody has not done the registration and wishes to go for Hajj in 2025, you really need to get on it immediately. Okay? So this is the part here. So these are the timelines basically. So the document, the registration, this is going to continue, and for at least even until the packages are available, you can pretty much continue doing the registration. But you don't want to wait for that. If you don't jump in ahead of time, the challenge that you're going to run into is the preferred packages. Especially our packages will go very fast. We are expecting our packages to go probably within in the month of February. So the people that are interested in going with the preferred packages, you need to quickly move forward in this thing. Do not wait for that. So the package selection is going to happen in the month of February and March. The funds you're going to do sometime in the later part of January, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Yeah. Hold on for now. Okay. So then basically the e-visa, we are expecting this to happen sometime in the month of January. For the folks who are online, we are going to release this recording. We are also doing an additional recording locally here. So please bear with us. We will inshallah release the recording for the people who are on the online. So just bear with us. Go ahead and put your questions on the chat. We will cover that and we will respond in the chat also the questions, inshallah. So the documentation, the thing that we need to understand, the registration and verification for Hajj is already in progress. Verification process, although it is slow, but they are catching up, alhamdulillah. As of now, about 50%, at least as we understand among our members, have already been verified. But the others are continuing with the process, inshallah. What we have found that most of the issues with the registration is with the document upload. So this is where we want to spend the next few minutes explaining what are the areas that you need to very closely follow. The passport. Passport has to be the first page. I went too far. Okay. So the passport has to be the full page, the first 2 pages of your passport. It has to be from end to end, it has to be clear. You cannot have this document crooked, etc. It needs to be properly aligned. When you take the copy of this one, the picture of this, you got to make sure that it is clear like this, as shown in this thing. And it has to be, you have to have 6 months at least from the date of travel, which is the month of May. So you need to make sure your passport is valid until November. If your passport is expiring before that, please immediately go do an expedited renewal of your passport, so that within the next few weeks you're ready to get and go back and register, inshallah. Then it has to be 400 by 800. That's a requirement, and it has to be 2 megabytes. Our document clearly explains on how to go about doing this one. How do you adjust the pixels? How do you make sure your quality is right? How do you make sure it is exactly 400 by 800? Okay, it has to be 400 by 800. It cannot be 900 by 1000. They will not accept it. Okay, it needs to be 400 by 800. If it is 410 by 805, they will accept it, but it cannot be much different than that. Okay, please bear this in mind. The other part that we continuously keep finding running into challenges is the personal photo. The maximum dimension, the actual, not the maximum, the dimension that it needs to be is 200 by 200. This is becoming a big challenge with many people that are doing. It has to be 200 by 200 pixel. The other very important part is the face has to be centered in the picture. The face has to be centered in the picture. The face cannot be below here. The next part that you really want to watch out is the attire has to be formal attire. Does not necessarily mean tie and suit. It cannot be a t-shirt. It needs to be something that is more formal. And for the sisters, they are almost requiring that they take the picture with the hijab. So please watch out for that. Please watch out. The background has to be white. The other thing that you have to, as I said, the picture, it should be centered, etc. Now, in case if your passport is different than your residency, for example, if you're residing in the United States, but your passport is from Scotland, for example, then in that case, they require a residency permit also to be uploaded. Residency permit can be your green card, your work visa, your lease document, bank document, driver license, etc. Now, driver license, work visa, lease, all these documents need to have the name of the person that you are registering. It cannot be just on the name of the main person in the household. For example, if you are uploading the document for you and your wife, the document that you submit needs to have your name, and when you're uploading for your wife, that document has to have the name of your wife and the address. These are very important. The other aspect that's very important is the expiry rule still applies here. If you are submitting a driver license, the driver license cannot be expiring in the month of September. It needs to be valid until November. Basically, what they're looking at is that you have a validity of staying in your country of residence until that period of time. This is something that we have seen this year. We did not see this last year. So this year we are noticing that they are becoming stricter with these things. So validity of the document of even the residence permit has to be beyond 6 months from the travel date. These are some of the things we are finding out, inshallah. So please watch out for these things and follow them as closely as possible as to our instruction, so that when you register, when you upload your document, there is a smooth processing period from there. Again, we have documents to help you, inshallah. Once your account is approved, if your account is approved, inshallah, hopefully several of you have registered, uploaded document and it is approved. Once you're registered, select the package category. This is not critical in the process. It is just a step there. It allows you, when you do the searching of the packages, it'll allow you to move a little bit quicker. That's all it is. It's really not very relevant. Activate your e-wallet. I'll speak about the e-wallet in just one more minute. Activating the e-wallet is nothing but just saying, yep, e-wallet, put that e-wallet marker in my dashboard. That's all it is. It is not ready to start uploading the funds yet. These are all the steps that you can do as of today. Inshallah, on January 20th, which is Monday, Nusuk has plans of opening up the e-wallet for funding, for topping, what they call it topping, which is nothing but adding the funds. So when they start that one, So this is the schedule we have currently. E-wallet is expected to be opened around the 20th or the 21st of the month, inshallah. And then you have the packages for country-specific packages. What does this mean? This means packages with flight gateways of the to the gateways of your country of residence. So the first phase of the packages is country-specific flight gateways. So if you are a resident of United States, you'll only see the packages that has the flight gateways of United States. If you are in United Kingdom, then you will see only the packages with gateways in UK. That's all you're going to see in the first phase, which is expected to start from Monday, and it's probably they will continuously be uploading the packages through the next week or so. We do not expect all the packages to be released on Monday. Very few packages are ready to be released on Monday, actually. So, for example, our packages will get released sometime or towards the end of the week or early part of the following week. So do not be alarmed. Do not get anxious. This is just a review period. This is just a review period. You're not ready to start purchasing yet. So even though all the packages are not getting released in the next week, there is no reason for alarm. You can go through the packages, or you can just wait for us to provide you the links to our packages. Either one is fine, but expect delay in all the packages to be released. If you only see 50 packages, for example, on Monday, do not get alarmed. It's okay. That is what we are expecting. Most of the service providers are still working through the details of the packages. So just be patient, inshallah. The purchasing is expected to start around the 10th of February. But from this period up to this period, you should have understood what package you want to get. You should have the funds related to that package in your account, in your e-wallet. Funds for every member of the family. Okay, when you add, the way it's going to work is everyone in your account will be selecting the same package. You cannot select different packages for members in your account. All the members in your account will be picking up the same package. All the funds for all your members in your account will be paid through one single e-wallet. So you need to put enough funds in your e-wallet. For example, if you have 3 people in your account and you are planning on selecting a package which is with the flight is about $10,000-$11,000. Your e-wallet by February 10th should have $33,000 at a minimum. Okay, I will cover this in a little bit more about the e-wallet, but from the time next week, once the e-wallet is opened up for funding, to this period, you need to make sure you get all the funds into this one. Now, for our packages, once we give you the URLs, we give you how to access our packages, you will find out what's the total amount and use that amount, inshallah, to make sure you have the money in your e-wallet. And we will continuously have webinars that will explain what is the e-wallet, how do you do the funds, etc. into that one. We will cover that, inshallah. For the folks who are online, I do realize the voice is going in and out. Just bear with us. We are going to release the recording, which is going to be much more clear, inshallah ta'ala. So then around the 15th of February, we expect all the packages to be released. The packages with the flight gateways of the country specific, as well as with the custom flights, basically. Custom flight, I will cover that also in a few minutes, inshallah. So this is where you can pick different gateways based on this thing. You will be able to see the packages from all over the world. That is what we understand at this point in time. By middle of February, you should be able to see everything, inshallah. Again, as I said before, we expect release of packages to be in phases. Do not get alarmed if you do not see it, inshallah. So, e-wallet. What is an e-wallet? E-wallet is nothing but your wallet, your purse, where you are going to bring the cash from different sources and put the money in the e-wallet. So that this purse, this wallet, you can pay at the counter when you're ready to purchase something. That's all it is. Excepting this is not a wallet that you have. It's a wallet that is available online. that is managed by Nusuk, basically. Once you put the funds are under their premise, basically. Okay, so this is nothing but you bring the cash from the ATM, you bring the cash from the bank, you bring whatever you do, you bring and put it in the wallet. That's what e-wallet basically. That's all. Nothing more to that basically. You do not need to get along. It can the funds in the e-wallet can only be used for purchasing the Hajj package and the flight. You cannot use the funds in the e-wallet for other purposes. You cannot use it, for example, to buy food while you're in the Hajj. You cannot use it to buy clothes. You cannot do anything. It is only for the purpose of buying the Hajj package and the flight, basically. These are the only two things that it allows, unless it also gives you the option within the package to pay for the udiyah, for the qurbani. Other than that, you cannot pay for anything else. Only for things that are offered through the nusuk is the only thing you can pay for. Any extra fund that you have after you have purchased, you have to go through the refund process. We'll talk about that in later webinars, inshallah. So the funds, we are expecting it to open up by 20th of January, inshallah. These are the different funding options. You can use Visa, MasterCard, or bank transfer. Last year, we understand that in some cases, Discover was accepted, but this is not an official information from Nusuk. Nusuk only talks about Visa and MasterCard. American Express definitely is not accepted. So Visa, MasterCard, bank transfer, it can be credit card, it can be debit card, or the bank transfer. Just like your wallet and your purse, you can continuously keep putting money in there. The same way, you can have multiple transactions to your e-wallet. It's just a wallet. You can use one card, two cards, three cards, or you can do combination of the two, of all of them, okay, or the bank transfer. We recommend credit cards for several reasons. One, it's quicker, it's faster. When you do the when you do the credit card transaction, it pretty much gets you in immediately, quickly. So we highly recommend use of the credit cards. The other reason is we have found that refund of any amount that is left over is much more quicker, faster if you're using the credit cards. Bank transfer, last year we have seen that there were multiple challenges, there were delays, there were all kinds of challenges with that. So we highly recommend that you use the you use the credit card as much as possible. Now, if you're using the credit cards, we ask you to quickly check with your bank if there is any foreign transaction fee. Foreign transaction fee, unfortunately, can add up quite a bit. Generally, it is about 3%. And if you're talking about $30,000, 30,000 of 3% is a significant amount of money. So check to make sure that your credit card company does not charge foreign transaction fee. Okay, if they do, quickly see if you can find a credit card company that does not charge. Based on our experience, we know credit cards generally issued by Chase, Wells Fargo, and Capital One generally does not charge foreign transaction fee, but you do need to reconfirm that with them also. We're not recommending one or the other, but these are generally the ones that we know does not charge that one. If you're using bank transfer, consider using a bank that's a major bank. If you go with smaller banks such as the credit union, etc., the fund transfer becomes longer, and in many cases it might even get rejected because the credit union, smaller banks will have to go through hops before they can get to the transfer itself. So if you have to use for some reason or the other, consider a larger bank if possible. When you are adding the funds, and if you find that your preferred package is $30,000 for 3 people, do not add just $30,000. The reason is when preferred package is $10,000, that's what you want, times 3, 30,000. I understand that. But by the time you're ready to buy the package, if your preferred packages are not available, you might need to bump up to the next level. The next level might be $1,000, $1,500 more. If you don't have that funds, rushing in the last minute and doing it, you might end up losing that package also. So what we recommend is create a little bit of a buffer in your e-wallet, just in case you have to go to the next category. The caveat to that, the drawback of that is if when you are going to request the refund, they are going to hold back 1.5% transaction fee. But unfortunately, this is, you don't have a choice with that one. But if you are out, if you're shortage on funds when you're ready to purchase the package, that will cause an additional delay in purchasing it. So consider adding some extra funds there basically. So that's what basically that one we are talking about. So immediately on the 20th of January, for example, when the e-wallet opens up for topping, we don't suggest that you put all the money immediately. Don't do that. So start off by adding some small amount, $50, $100 or so, just to say that, yes, I can put the money. Yes, my credit card works. Just to get the process cleared basically. Wait until you have looked at the packages, but make sure your credit limit is available in your credit card. Okay, that's something that you need to do that right now, immediately. But do not transfer the funds. We don't recommend immediately. Just wait until you figure out the packages, figure out the amount that you have to put in there, and based on that one, then you can go ahead and get your e-wallet prepared basically. Otherwise, you're just keeping the funds sitting in the e-wallet for a longer period of time. There is a document we have prepared, released, that talks about with the e-wallet process, etc. So it's available. You can go in there, you can look it up, and inshallah ta'ala, we hope that it will be helpful, inshallah. The packages, this is the next thing. The key factors of the packages. Later on, we will cover a lot more about the packages. Okay, in our past webinars, we have covered about packages. But going forward, also inshallah ta'ala, once the packages are released, we will take the time to go through the package in Nusuk so that we can show you the different factors that are there. But the things that you need to watch out is, one is the Al-Mashair camp. Al-Mashair camp is basically the Mina, Arafat, Muzdalifah, and back to Mina. That's all considered, that's what we call the Al-Mashair. There are 3 types of camps, but we are only concerned about 2 camps, and I will talk about the third one briefly. But mostly, the Al-Mashair camp, there is the Al-Kabsh camp, which is the VIP camp. This is the most expensive camp. This is the camp which is lesser number of people in a tent, in a room, like about 10 to 15 people within a tent, has better facilities, is closer to the Jamarat, and the service from within Al-Mashair is by train. Okay, it's about half a mile from the Jamarat. You can take the train or you can walk, and then the transportation from Jamarat to Arafat to Muzdalifah and back to Mina, it's all by train. So this is what the VIP camp is, but it has limited capacity. So unless you absolutely need the Al-Kabsh, if you do need the Al-Kabsh, then you need to quickly jump to our luxury package. When we release the information, get focused on it. So as soon as the purchasing starts, you need to jump on it. Otherwise, there will be quite a few number of people that will be wanting those packages. And if I remember correctly, it's like about 5,000 to 7,000 seats. That's all there is in Al-Kabsh. Whereas with Al-Muassam, it's a much larger camp. It's about 30,000+ people can be accommodated there. So Al-Muassam camp, it's also referred as American European camp. This is about 3 to 4 kilometers from the Jamarat. It's walking, no trains available there. Transportation within Mashair is by bus. It's the most economical from a camp perspective. There is another camp called 38. It's in a building which is about a mile from the Jamarat. It is priced similar to the Al-Kabsh, but it's very limited capacity, very limited packages are released with the Camp 38. So that's why we are not even going to cover, because we don't have plans of supporting packages to 38. The other part to look out for is the occupancy. Occupancy, when packages are released on the Nusuk, when you see a package that says 30,000 riyal, by the way, packages are released with the figures in riyals, not in dollars. Okay, so the package, if it says 30,000 riyals, it generally means the package with quad occupancy. It's for quad occupancy. Then you can go in there and select, well, I need triple, I need dual. Then the amount will just go up based on your selection. Generally, when you are decreasing that this thing from quad to triple to dual, generally you can expect about $1,500 increase at least, about 4 to 5,000 reals for every jump that you're making. So just be prepared for that. So if you are considering that you want a package with dual, then you need to take this into consideration. Your package, the funds in your e-wallet has to accommodate for that. So it's not 30,000 anymore. It will become 35,000, possibly 40,000 reals. So this is something you got to bear in mind. If you're planning on going for a lower occupancy, then you need to accommodate for that one. Most packages offer a quad. Some offer triple and dual. This is something that you have to look when the packages are released. As I said, the dual is generally about $1,000 to $3,000 difference from the quad, basically. Room assignment is gender based. Unless you pick an occupancy that completely occupies your number of people in your account, then we will accommodate you in the same room. But for example, if you have quad and if you have two people in your group, husband and wife, then that one is going to go based on the gender. Okay, within the same hotel, within the same camp, but same hotel, but rooms based on the gender. You will be assigned a room with 3 other brothers or 2 other brothers, however we find available at the time, and the sister will be with other sisters basically, but in the same hotel. Of course, you'll be able to meet and all that. The camp is always gender based. It is whether you do the dual, triple, quad, whatever you select here, the camp itself is gender based. Within the same campground, within the same this thing, in a different tent. It's tent for the sisters, tent for the brothers. The other aspect that you have to look at is the hotel location. If the room is closer to the haram, then the packages are expensive. Okay, generally we have 2 packages. One package which is Al-Kabsh package, luxury package, which is across from the haram. That is the Al-Kabsh package basically. Okay, so that is going to be in the Makkah Tower, which is right across from the haram. We also have a package which is a shifting package. You will stay next to the haram up to the 4th of Dhul Hijjah, so that you can perform all your rituals, the Umrah rituals, etc. Then it will shift into Azizia, a hotel which is closer to the Jamarat. So that is where the shifting and non-shifting comes in. Non-shifting is something where you will stay in the same hotel throughout the period that you are in Mecca. Whether Mashar days or other days, before and after and during Mashar days, you will occupy the same hotel and same room, no shifting from there. Shifting packages will basically, on the 4th of Dhul Hijjah, for example, will move you into a hotel which is closer to the Jamarat, accessible to the Jamarat, so that you can come after performing the Rami, come to the hotel room, clean up, wash up, rest up, and then you can go back to Mina basically. So that is the shifting packages basically. Okay. We also have non-shifting packages which will stay the whole time in Mina with shuttle services available to go to Haram. And we will take you to those hotels well ahead of time before the rush starts, so that you can go comfortably perform your Umrah, etc. So the premium standard non-shifting packages will be in Azizia with shuttle service basically. So the advantage of the shifting package is it reduces the cost. If you are going to stay in the same hotel across from Haram for the entire period, that generally will add $2,000 to $3,000 to your package. Okay, so that's where you go with the shifting non-shifting concept basically. We have a document released which talks about a package selection. So you can review it. We'll continuously keep updating the document, inshallah. The next aspect of a package is the flight itself. Okay, most packages will have group flights. Group flights are the quickest one to book the package. With the group flights, you just go click, you make a selection that is closest to you, the gateway that is closest to you, and bam, you are ready to pay for the package. Whereas with a custom package, I'll talk about that one. Group flights are basically predefined by the service provider to certain gateways in a country. No flexibility with the route or the time. Basically, whatever is predefined is what you pick. But they are predefined to match your package. So it's not that you'll go ahead of time or go later point of time. It is defined, it is predefined to match your package. Quick purchasing process. Group rates are generally economical and they are known when you review the package, you know the cost. Okay. Now come to the custom flight. Custom flights are basically, these are purchased through the Al Musafir portal, but within the Nusuk. Nusuk will make the Al Musafir portal available. It's just like any other online flight booking, this thing, such as the Expedia, booking.com, etc. Al Musafir is similar to that one. So what does this give you, custom flight? It gives you the flexibility on the route. For example, if you have to go to Bangladesh to drop off your children and then go to the Hajj, Al Musafir is something that will, the custom flight is what something would allow. What we are told this year is, last year, for example, you could book a package that is just from Dubai to Jeddah. This year, we are told by the ministry they are going to be stricter. The flight through the custom has to start in the country of your residence, and then you can route it through another country, basically. That's what we understand. The cost could be higher. The cost could be higher than the predefined this thing, and cost could vary because this is a portal, basically. Okay, it is point in time. When you are purchasing, that's the cost you are going to get. Okay, so even though you have checked the flights before, you found a flight that is $2,500, but on the day when you're ready to purchase, it depends on what is available on that day. So it can vary. So this is one of the drawback of a custom this thing, because this is also another reason you need to make sure you have buffer in your e-wallet to cover these changes in the custom if you're looking at the custom flight. Currently, Al Musafir is not available and the custom flights will not be released immediately in the first phase. So what we do suggest, if you are interested in custom flight for any reason, go to this global.almusafir.com, look through it, see how the flights are located, pinpoint the flight that you want, look at the cost of it, and somewhere in that, around that area, you can see, okay, this is the one that I would be interested in. And we will provide more guidance on this, inshallah ta'ala, as we go forward. This is an idea, I mean, these are the packages we are offering, but I want to use this opportunity to explain more how the packages are. If you look at it, this is a luxury package, which is like in Makkah, you would be somewhere close to, in Medina, you would be close to the Sisters Gate, which is on the northern side of it, which you would stay in a hotel such as Front Al Haritha, basically. And when you come to Makkah, our package will take you to Makkah Tower, which is right across from Haram. And then the gateways are US gateways, custom gateways, and several gateways around the world, basically. The camp would be the Al-Kabsh. This is generally, Al-Kabsh is generally offered only through the luxury package. In some cases, some service providers will offer it through the premium, but the capacity is very limited. So it's mostly going to be in the luxury package. The premium shifting package, as I mentioned earlier, this is up to the 4th of Dhul Hijjah, you would stay in address and then you would move to Millennium, as you can see. This is the shifting package that I was referring to earlier. Initially, you would stay at a hotel which is right across from Haram, and then you would move to a hotel which is in Azizia. And this package includes Al Muassam. Then there is a premium non-shifting package where you would stay in Millennium the entire period with a shuttle service to the Haram, which are very frequent shuttle services until about the 5th or 6th of Dhul Hijjah. Then due to the traffic restrictions around the Haram, then the shuttles become a little bit infrequent. Our plan is to take you to Makkah well ahead of time, before the rush starts, so that you can complete your required rituals, inshallah. And then the camp is Al Muassam. And then our most economical package is the standard non-shifting package, which is at the Ibis by Accord. This, oh, by the way, the Millennium Hotel is just about a mile from the Jamarat. Very, very convenient. Ibis by Accord is about 1.2 miles probably from Jamarat. Not too far, walkable distance, but this is also in Azizia. The gateways and Al Muassam. This is generally how the most of the packages are, by the way. This is generally how most of the packages are. You will find a luxury, you will find a premium, either shifting or non-shifting, and then you find a standard. The premium and standard packages generally are with the Almosem Cam. We have documents available, several documents available, several YouTube webinars available, and we'll continue putting our webinars. So if you haven't already done it, get into our group chat so that you can get the most current information, and also look at our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, so that as soon as we release our webinars, you will get to it. Inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So, this is a planner. This is something that you should closely follow throughout the process. This is where we are in the middle of January. The packages are going to be released, inshallah, on Monday and going into another week or so. And then your e-wallet uploading you're going to do. Then the package purchasing will start here. And then after that, the rest of the process is there. But from a precious path perspective, you can see that we will continuously have webinars. Our webinars will continue from, we started our webinars sometime in the month of November, December. This will continue until you're ready to go for Hajj. And even during the Hajj, sometimes we do hold webinars so that we can guide you through some of the steps there. Our webinars are open to everybody. But some webinars are tailored towards the people who are going with us in our packages. Our guides will start coordinating as soon as you get the package purchased, and as soon as we get the data, our guides will start coordinating, inshallah ta'ala. So very, very close coordination that we are going to do in the next several months. We will guide you through every step of the way, inshallah ta'ala. That's our plan. May Allah help us, inshallah. So now I open it up for question and answer. Brother, you had a question? Yes, brother. Shifting only relates to Makkah, by the way. Okay, shifting is not in Medina. It's only Makkah. Okay, pardon me. Shifting concept only applies to the hotel in Makkah. Medina, there is no shifting. Whichever hotel you go to, that's where you stay. Okay, we are not shifting in Medina, but in Makkah, shifting concept comes in. Okay, so is your question how are we going to move the people in Makkah? Okay, in Makkah, basically, for example, we are going to, when we shift you, we will shift you by bus, inshallah, to the hotel. From that hotel, if you want to come to Haram, there are quite a high frequency of shuttles that run from that hotel in Azizia to the Haram until the 5th of Dhul Hijjah. Once the 5th of Dhul Hijjah comes, the Makkah police will start blocking the roads to prepare for the Hajj days, the Al-Mashair days. So the frequency goes down, but there are still shuttles available. Okay, all the way until the 6th of Dhul Hijjah, but the frequency goes down. But up to the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, there are lots of shuttles that will go from the hotel to the Haram and bring you back to the hotel also. And we will cover this, how, where, and etc. in later logistic webinars, inshallah. Okay, did I answer your question? No, the package, remember, if I go back to the package, every package includes Medina. Okay, every package includes Medina. All our packages, initial stop is Medina. We want all our Hujjahs to come to Medina so that we can coordinate with them, we can train them, we can guide them, we can provide whatever information we can. We are getting all our Hujjahs into Medina first. And then after that, we are basically moving the Hujjaj from Medina. After the stay of 2 or 3 days based on the package, we are moving them to their hotel in Mecca, whether shifting or non-shifting, that's where it starts there. Okay? Yes, brother.
So there's obviously Nusuk website and there's a Nusuk app. So which
Good question.
So the e-ticket and e-wallet, the whenever they're gonna, do we need to be on the app, or do we need to be on the website?
Very good. Let me answer that question. The question is about the difference. Okay. The question being asked is, what's the difference between the Nusuk app and the Nusuk platform? Basically, that's what the question is. Okay. Nusuk platform, the website, okay, hajj.nusuk.sa is for everything related to Hajj until you travel. Okay, everything, reviewing of the package, payments, purchasing of the package, the visa, the flight tickets, everything is through the Hajj Nusuk platform, which is hajj.nusuk.sa. The app does not come into picture at this point in time. Okay, once you land in Makkah, once you land in Saudi Arabia, the Nusuk ID and some of the booking the Rauda, etc., is through the Nusuk app. Okay, the ID is available on your Nusuk app. The Hajj ID becomes available on the Nusuk app. The booking of Rauda, which is visiting the Prophet ﷺ's space, is through the Nusuk app. Until you fly out of your gateway, it's only hajj.nusuk.sa platform. Please do not confuse with the app. Do not even go to the app because it causes lots of confusion for our people. So you concentrate only on hajj.nusuk.sa. Everything is through the hajj.nusuk.sa, the website. Okay? All right? Okay. Yes, brother. Go ahead.
They when I was registering, they asked, "Do you have all your vaccinations?" I didn't know what
Yes.
to put in. I said all the vaccinations. Do we
So, yes, let me talk about the vaccination. The question is about vaccination. Basically, that's the question. The required vaccination for most of the Nusuk countries is meningitis. Meningitis is the only required one. Unless the specific country that you reside in has polio issue, which most of the Nusuk countries do not. Okay, so the required vaccination is meningitis. You need to, there are different types of meningitis shot. There is a one shot which is valid for 3 years. There is one shot that's good for 5 years. You need to check your medical record to see if you took the meningitis shot, when you took it. Based on that one, you will basically be working with that basically. Now, the question that is there in the registration, my recommendation there is, go ahead and put meningitis, as in I have the intention of taking meningitis if I don't have the meningitis shot, because you have to take the meningitis shot. Do not accept some comments where people will make, well, I went for Hajj next year, they didn't check it. But on the other hand, in many other cases, they did check it. Okay, so do not take that comment that don't worry about it, they will not check it. They will check it. Go with the thought and process that they will check the meningitis shot. They are right, when you land in Jeddah or Medina, they generally check it. So you should have this thing. Now, the meningitis shot, you need to take this at least 10 days before the travel. Okay, do not wait until the last minute. 10 days before the travel, you have to take the meningitis shot. We will cover how, where, and all that in our later webinars, inshallah ta'ala. Next question. Any question from the floor? From the chat, there should be some questions. Sisters, if you have questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. There are sisters there that can help you with it. So you can go ahead and put your questions in the chat, inshallah. Yes. About there are 6 people who are in one ID. Can they use multiple credit cards of different people? Yes, yes. As I told you, e-wallet is nothing your wallet. Whether you bring the money from your bank, whether you bring the money from some other person, whether you withdraw it from the ATM card, is not relevant. All that matters is the money has to get into e-wallet. The required amount of funds has to get into e-wallet. You can use your credit card, you can use your brother's credit card, you can use your father's credit card. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. Okay, or you can use your debit card, but MasterCard, Visa, or bank transfer. Remember that. Okay, so any form, any number of transactions, you are not putting the money in your wallet at the same time, right? Sometimes you might, today you might bring $100, the next day you might put another $200. That's exactly what it is. So multiple transactions, multiple credit cards, credit card from anybody is acceptable. Okay, all right, as long as you have their permission, basically, right? Yes, yes, brother. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So it's been, I don't know, 8, 9 days since I registered, and I haven't gotten I got the initial email that we're verified, but I haven't got. So tomorrow or Monday, I can add money to the e-wallet, but I cannot do anything else until I get that registration email saying, you're completely verified and good to go, right?
Okay, right. So the question is, you've done the registration, the verification process has not been completed. What can you do? That's the question. Until your entire account is verified. That means, let's say you have 3 members in your this thing. It cannot be just one member has been verified, 2 others are not verified. The entire account has to be verified. Until they have been verified successfully, you cannot move forward. You cannot do anything. You cannot do anything with the e-wallet. You cannot look at packages. Okay, so you have to wait until your account is completely verified. Okay, so until then you cannot even activate the e-wallet. You cannot even put the preferred category. Of course, you cannot see the packages. Okay, so you just need to wait. More recently, alhamdulillah, they've been moving pretty quickly. Inshallah, you will get the verified. But monitor your email closely, because if they contact you with issues, respond to it quickly, correct it quickly. Do not waste your time saying that, why are they rejecting my passport? It's a clean document, it's this thing. Look at it, just see what you can do to improve. If you find that your picture and everything is this thing, contact us. We'll see, we will review it for you if you want. Okay, but we want you to look at it yourself quickly and correct it and resubmit it as quickly as possible. The quicker you respond, they will quickly re-verify it, inshallah, for you. Okay. Yes, brother. Walaikum salam.
Do I need to, can I fill up the form by end of this month? Like, e-wallet, the fund, just for example, if I choose a package. The wallet needs to be filled by credit card. So I should wait started like $100, $200 you were talking about. Or if I choose money like $20,000, $30,000, is it okay?
Yeah. So the question the brother is asking is, when should the funds be in the e-wallet? That's your question, basically. Okay. The funds in your e-wallet should be ready before the 10th of February. Okay, before the 10th of February. Please do not wait for 5th of February to do it, because that's not a good idea, right? Because in case if you run into issues with the credit card transfers or bank transfers, etc., it's not a good idea. So it is best that you start working with it by like 27th, 28th of January. So by the 30th, 31st of January, you're comfortable. In case if you run into issues, you should be able to quickly jump in and take care of it, right? So, but on the 20th of January, you don't need to have the $30,000 in your e-wallet. That's not required. Okay. Any other question from the floor? Yes, yes, brother. Walaikum salam. Yes. Sure. Okay. The question is there a quota by country? That's your question, right? Yes, there is a quota by country. United States, as we understand, although it's not officially released, as we understand, the quota is 3,500 people. Okay. Worldwide for the Nusuk is 35,000. Okay. But what happened last year was the quota was 3,500, but the quota of many other countries, they were not able to use it. So they took all that quota that was left over and pushed it into the global, basically, meaning anybody from anywhere can make use of it. Basically, they opened up the quota, but within the 35,000. Okay. Now, this is also the reason that we want you to closely look at our packages. For example, inshallah, I'm hoping that everyone wants to go with our package. You closely look at it and make sure that you jump on it as soon as it's available. But you cannot jump and purchase it if you don't have your e-wallet ready, right? So all these things are baby steps that you need to take to make sure you get your preferred package. We think that packages will be available even in the later part of February. We do think so. It's not like they will all go on the 15th of February, right? But it may not be your preferred package. So that's why we highly recommend be ready for this thing. Let's take some questions from the chat, please.
Asking like, if we are going to be part of the global group, will we get like the leftover packages?
No.
So that's the question.
No. Okay. The question is, if you are part of the global, if you're from a country outside of the United States, and our packages, for example, will get released on 15th of February. Will you be left over with the leftover? No, I don't believe so, because the way the ministry is doing is they are not releasing, for example, for United States, they are not dumping all the packages for 3,500 in on 10th of February. Okay, they have come up with a percentage which I hear different numbers, so I want to hold up on that one. On the 10th of February, the country will only be allowed to buy a certain percentage, and they are keeping the rest of the percentage for the second phase. So if you are waiting for the second phase, you are not going to lose out. Okay, but if you can get the package, our package especially within the first phase, please grab it. Please grab it. Take it. It may not. You may not find a gateway that is closest to you. Be flexible to get a gateway which is further away, but grab it if you can. Okay, because we are trying to accommodate all the gateways, but I'm not certain it will happen. But so be flexible in the gateway, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, let's take one more because there are quite a few questions in the chat.
Waiting for a custom flight, like will there is a chance that the good packages get sold out before? So is it like group flight or custom flight?
Okay. The question is about the group flight and custom flight. Will we lose the packages if we wait for the custom flight is the question, or the second phase basically. Again, as I said, the service providers have done some percentage rule they have done. Okay. Like for example, in our case, our packages both are divided pretty much halfway. Okay. Between the US and the global, or the gateway packages as well as the global custom packages basically. So we have quite a few number of our packages that will come in the custom group basically. So our packages, inshallah ta'ala, you'll be fine. Okay, but you cannot sit and wait. You got to keep all your funds ready and everything ready. And when we provide you our links, our this thing, you got to jump on it quickly. Yes, brother. Somebody had a question. Yes, brother.
The average cost for this year for different packages
in our platform, let me see if I have a slide that can. Yes. Here. So the cost of the package, the standard package, as you can see, it starts from about $7,000. Okay, plus the cost of the flight. This is not exact prices, by the way. I want to be careful. Your exact prices will only be available to you when it's released on the Nusuk. Okay, based on our past experience, we see, and we have worked very closely with Rawaf Mina, our service provider, to keep the cost as closely as possible to the last year. Okay, so the standard package, which is non-shifting Ibis Hotel in Azizia, is going to be about $7,000 plus the cost of the flight. Flight we estimate to be about $2,500 to $3,000. So if you look at the total, this is about $3,000 and $10,000. Okay. Again, this is an estimate. I want to keep repeating because I do not want to get into trouble with the ministry. Okay. We do not know the exact cost. We know the approximate cost. But Rawaf Mina has confirmed with us, has told us that they will try to keep the cost as close as possible to last year, but not 100%, they cannot confirm it. Now, the two premium packages, these are the two premium packages, shifting and non-shifting. They start about $7,700 to $9,500 plus the cost of the flight. The Al-Kafsh package is about $13,000. Okay. Now, we have reviewed some of the packages and costs that other service providers are asking. Alhamdulillah, if Rawaf Mina is able to keep it to the last year, we probably will be in the lower category of the cost, basically. Okay, but again, I cannot tell you the cost exactly, but these are the approximate costs. So to answer your question, brother, the cost of the packages will revolve around 7,000 to about 13,000 plus the flight. That's our variation, basically. Okay, about 7 to 8,000 to start with. It goes up to $13,000. It can go 500 up or down plus the cost of the flight itself. Okay. All right. In the chat.
There's another question that their profile got rejected because of unclear photo, and they're not sure how to re-upload.
Okay. To re-upload, okay, the question is the registration was declined because of the picture was not correct or whatever the reason is. Okay, the way you re-upload is you go into your profile, you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see the information that says document upload. Okay, you click on the document that was rejected, you delete that document, it will immediately take you to upload option. Okay, you go to the profile, you scroll all the way to the bottom, it will show you the documents that you have uploaded, either 2 documents or 3 documents depending on your residency. Okay, passport or passport picture. Then you click on the delete part, the one that says delete, you click on the delete, and then once you delete that one, it will immediately require you to re-upload the document. Now, before you re-upload, make sure you clean up your image, the document image. If the problem is with the passport picture, if for example there are smudges on it, or if it is not aligned properly as per our instructions, please review our instructions. Our instructions are going step by step. Do not skip any step. Do not say, well, the picture looks like the way it's shown in the picture. No, no, no. It has to be 200 by 200 if it's a personal photo. If it's a passport picture, it has to be 400 by 800. There is no variation to that one. Otherwise, it will get rejected, basically. Okay. So follow our instructions very closely. So then once you delete the document, it will take you back to the re-uploading, and then you resubmit, and inshallah, it will go back into verification. Yes, brother?
Tried to register, and first time it's rejected, second time approved, and the third time I get another email again, rejected again. So, but when I went to the website, so the process is you can't go. It's okay.
I'm thinking the question the brother is asking is, he registered, he got the approval email, and then suddenly he received another email that says it's rejected, but he is able to move forward with the preferred category, etc. I am thinking there must have been some mishap in those email, this one. Unless, if your dashboard, if your profile says verified in green color, you're good. You're good to go. Okay. There might have been some problems with the email going back and forth. Yes, brother?
Brother, just a quick question. So, but with the quota and everything, my understanding is if you are able to pick a package, then that means, alhamdulillah, inshallah, if everything else goes okay, inshallah, there's not a chance that you'll be kicked. You won't be kicked out because of quota.
I got it. The question brother is asking is, once you purchase the package, is it possible, is it confirmed that you're going for Hajj, or is it possible that you may get rejected? Once you have purchased the package, inshallah, 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 you will be able to go to the Hajj, inshallah. There is very little chance, very minimal chance that something would go wrong, but inshallah, nothing goes wrong at that period of time. Okay. Yes, we have about 15 minutes before the adhan gets called. So the brother had his hand first. Brother Wasim, have your questions ready, please, from the chat.
So last time in my picture, so I corrected my picture, and I got this email that says auditing process is completed, and you can benefit from the service provided. So when I text this one to you, you say you need to go, so that means I'm approved.
You're good to move forward.
Yeah, but when I go into my account, the e-wallet is not the e-wallet is not active, but it's not about my e-wallet is, I don't know what the right word of the
That is correct. The question is, I'm approved, but I cannot do anything with the e-wallet. That is correct state basically, because e-wallet is not ready to be topped basically. Okay, so you cannot click on it. But does your profile say verified in green color? You should check that one. Check on that and contact us if that is not the case. We'll work with you, inshallah. Brother Wasim.
One was that visa, the H1B visa had a different passport number. The passport is not renewed, so that is fine, like from H1B perspective, but they are not accepting it as a proof of residence because the passport number didn't match.
The passport number did not match the visa.
Yeah, because
Okay. I get it. So the question is, you have an H1B visa which has a passport number of the older passport which expired, and you got a new passport. So the best thing to do in that case is send a copy of your old passport to support at hajnusuk.sa, support at hajj.nusuk.sa, and explain this one. Attach the new passport, old passport, and your H1B, and explain the scenario. Most probably, they will either accept it or they will ask you to upload both the passport copies. Okay, so send a note to them. Allow them 3 to 4 days to respond back. If you don't get the response back in about 3 to 4 days, contact one of us, inshallah, and share the ticket number. We'll try to follow up and help you if possible, inshallah. Somebody had a question from the floor. Yes, brother.
Do you advise to purchase travel insurance just in case?
You can, but that I don't know how that will work with Nusuk. That is something that you have to look it up. The brother was asking about the travel insurance. I do not have enough knowledge about the travel insurance. You'll have to connect with them. Will they cover the entire part of the Nusuk or not? Nusuk at the bottom of each package lists out in what conditions they will refund. Generally, in serious medical conditions, they will refund, and there is a percentage that they will refund. But there is something, please review at the bottom of each package. They will clearly list the information. So, yes, brother.
as you said, everybody is going to go to Medina, that will be the port of entry. So he will bring them back to Makkah. After finishing the Hajj, are we going to fly from Makkah or will we go back to Medina?
Good question. The brother is asking, since all our packages are taking people to Medina, after Medina, you go to Mecca, and from Mecca, how do you depart back to your country? Our packages, the way it is, this thing, you arrive into Medina. Once you perform completely, you will be flying out of Jeddah. You'll not be going to Medina, you'll be flying out of Jeddah. And I'm thinking most of the packages, that's how they are going to do it. So you're flying into Medina, and then after you complete your Hajj, you'll be flying out of Jeddah, not Medina at that point in time. Okay. Any other questions from the chat group? Any other questions from the floor? The go-to thing, we covered all the questions in the go-to. Okay, Jazakallah khair. So last question, because the prayer time is going to start soon anyways. Last question, anyone? Okay. Jazakallah khair for attending the session. Very good questions, and keep the questions coming. Please join our group chat, and please join our YouTube channel so that you can take the most advantage of it, inshallah ta'ala. Did you have a question, brother? No.
Just one question. To get in touch with you, I mean, I'm on the WhatsApp group, but do we just email? Is that the better option or call?
Well, the brother is asking the question, what's the best way to connecting with us through the WhatsApp is the best way to do it. Okay. No, not community admins. My number is there in the community admin. There are few admins in the community. You can contact any of them. It's not just me that you have to contact. You can contact any one of them, and inshallah ta'ala, our team will help you. We have a team, mashallah, of about almost 20 people, with led by 2 scholars. 2 muftis are going to be with us, inshallah. We have a pretty large team. Our desire is to help each and everyone, whether you're going with us or not. Okay. Yes, we want you to come with us because we want to make sure that you have a good journey, inshallah. But whether you're going with us or not, we will help you, guide you, inshallah. Our packages are tailored to help people. It's not tailored to just make the package. Basically, we have gone through very much in detail. We have gone to the hotels, we have visited the hotels, we have looked at each part of our package, the cost, the distinct comfort of the people. That's why, even if you look, as I mentioned before, we programmed our package to take everybody to Medina so that we can get them all together. uh, when we do our groups, we make them into a family. Our groups are family. Our groups are not Bangladeshi from UK, from USA. It doesn't matter where you come from. We want them to become a family, inshallah. And we want to get them into their guides. We want to provide them all possible training there in Medina before they get into the travel to Mecca and onto the Hajj. So our guides are also, we have picked to make sure these are the people who are enthusiastic and ready to help people. It is not just they are there to guide you, but they are ready there to help you and guide you and make sure that you come back safely from there, inshallah. Yes, brother?
When we go there, right there, how we communicate? Through phone, local phone, or we have to buy a phone, like WhatsApp?
I will cover this in our later webinars on logistics. But once you arrive into Medina or Jeddah, for example, our people will be there to bring you to your hotel. Once you come to your hotel, you are with your guide. Once you're in the hotel, you're completely under the our guide supervision. Basically, everything from there you're taken care of.
Manual communication, pretty much.
No, we'll have a WhatsApp communication, different communication. In our later logistics, we'll talk about how to get that one, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Jazakallah khair for joining the session here today. We very much appreciate everybody that joined. Anything good that we have been able to achieve, anything good that we have done, it's only from the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any shortcoming, any mistakes we have made, it's only due to our human error. We apologize. We sincerely hope that we can correct it in the future, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Continue to follow us. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihati. وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.